Promised Land consultant, back at your services again. And you know what I do. I'm dedicated to serving you from sun up to sun down. Dedicated to seeing you, my friends, planted, growing, and manifesting in your promised lands. I hope you guys are ready, my friends. I got a message for you today. So let's break bread, get into the message. All right, family, let's dig in. Today's message is centered around begin with the end in mind. When I began my journey towards becoming a public speaker, or at least attempting to become a public speaker, I instantly started looking for different programs that could help me accomplish what I want. A couple of years back, when I went to a program called Toastmasters, and as I was sitting in there, I knew when I walked in and I saw what was happening and how things were progressing that I wanted to be a speaker, that I wanted to speak into people's life, that I wanted to help people with my vibrations and my voice, that this was for me. And one of the mentors that I came in close contact with and spoke with me often said, if you really want to be a good speaker, if you really want to make it in this particular avenue, you've got to begin with the end in mind. And I looked at him and I said, begin with the end in mind. What does that mean? And he said, this saying comes from Stephen Covey. And he said, it simply means that you visualize your end result. You see yourself where you want to be. And this made so much sense to me because up until that point in my life, I had been particularly unorganized. I wasn't always seeing where I wanted to go first. I would just go headlong and take things as they come at me. But when this individual said these words to me, it clicked. Begin with the end in mind. So from that point forward, I started sitting down early in the morning and late at night, at least 30 minutes, and visualizing where it was I wanted to be, where it was I was going, the steps that were going to get me there. And it's not that it's a magical process, even though you are using your imagination. It's the fact that you are seeing and building faith in yourself, because when you see the end and you see yourself at the peak, at the top, doing the things that you want to do and accomplishing it, it's going to give you faith and it's going to give you energy as you encounter the trials and the tribulations. And one thing you should know, and if you're a part of this channel, is that the trials and the tribulations are going to come. There's always going to be valleys. The valleys help you build faith. And before you ever get to the valley, my suggestion is that you begin with the end in mind. Sit down and see yourself climbing to the top of that mountain, getting to the peak and yelling, I have overcome. Seeing yourself fighting again and again and coming out victorious. See, as you visualize it, as you imagine it, as you see it coming true in your mind in the morning and at night, you're giving life to your dream. You're setting up strength for yourself in that valley before you get to it. You've already begun preparing for it. So my friends, I can't stress it enough, as Stephen Covey said, and as my mentor told me when I was in public speaking, you have to begin with the end in mind. Get prepared, get ready, see yourself having success, so when things start trying to pull you down, when life begins testing you in that valley, in those low points, you're ready. You've already strengthened your mind, you've already strengthened your soul, you've already strengthened your spirit, and you're ready to go, my friends. So that's my suggestion, and that's what this message is about, is begin with the end in mind, my friends. I'm Just Ron, the Promised Land consultant, dedicated to serving you from sun up to sundown, dedicated, my friends, to seeing you planted in your promised land, growing in your promised land, and manifesting in your promised land, my friends.